Well, I think that the estuary and the dam and Capitol Lake is at a real pivotal point. But if you go back into history and you look at the Deschutes River and Capitol Lake when this happened, it would be mind-boggling today to think that you would dam a river so that you could have a postcard view of the Capitol.
One of the things that people talk about is, historic Capitol Lake. Well, Capitol Lake has only been in existence since 1951, and prior to that there were communities, in addition to Olympia and Tumwater, there were communities that were there for hundreds and maybe thousands of years before, living in that system. And we sort of blew them off when we built that dam, and I think this is a chance to sort of right that wrong and also honor them.
Our tribal people have been disproportionately impacted by climate change impacts, and we are some of the first people to see the impacts that arise from certain issues like sea level rise specifically, and restoring this estuary would allow sea level rise inundation impacts to be lesser, or it would cushion some of the sea level rise impacts that we see. And that would be great for everybody, but specifically for our tribal people.
There was one day that we were there, me and my best friend, and we went, this was before the lake had the fence put around it, and so we went into the lake, and Lord knows why, but it was gnarly, and so what we did is there was all these dead fish laying in the water, just floating. And we were looking around and we saw all these dead fish around us, and we just looked at each other and we were like, this isn't right. There's something wrong here. We weren't scientists. We'd never been to college yet. We weren't able to critically put into words and analyze what was happening to this ecosystem, but it was just, we knew.
I think that humans owe a great deal to a natural environment. We grew up in a natural environment. I spent as a youth and as a young person and throughout my life a lot of hours, many days and weeks, hiking, boating, fishing, doing all kinds of things along the water, near the water, and that's where most humans like to be, is near the water. And yet we've managed to foul our nests in so many ways with pollution and with dams and seawalls and all the things that are very adverse to the environment. And I just think that we owe it to ourselves and to our great-grandchildren and the seventh generation, as Native Americans would say, to restore as much of that as we can so we can pass it on in a better shape than when we found it.
Earth is our home. The earth nurtures us, takes care of us, gives us what we need. And that's it's that feeling of belonging is really positive. What that also means is that we're beholden to the earth's needs and systems and not the other way around.
We as a tribe support full 100% restoration of the estuary because the estuary itself has made enough sacrifices.